Welcome back to the aromatic substitution reaction chapter. Today we're going to be looking at nucleophilic addition instead of electrophilic addition, which is what we've had for the past 10 videos. Basically that means, okay, we're going to do a nucleophilic attack on a benzene ring. And you're like, what? Can you do that? Remember, those pi electrons aren't very good in their electron density, right? It's delocalized, and the energy of it's very low. So although hard, you can do nucleophilic attack to these, right? So benzene here is going to be the ephile, electrophile, right? Alrighty. So we have three requirements, and I'm going to color code this here. We need one, a good leaving group. You need a good leaving group for this reaction to occur. You need two, good electron withdrawing groups on it. We'll see why that's important in a minute when we actually get into the mechanism. Three, you need a very strong nucleophile. Like I just said, we need a strong nucleophile, so the benzene ring can act as the electrophile. So when you pick a strong nucleophile, you want something with a negative charge on it, right? So think hydroxides, alkoxides, stuff like that. So in this example, we have NaOH. Notice here another little thing that we added. We have an acid. That's important for our leaving group. And if we want to identify our leaving group, we have bromine. Pretty good leaving group. Our acid step helps us neutralize this from being a nucleophile itself, right? So we're not going to see the acidic environment in the mechanism. Just know that it's important for this here. And that's in its own little separate step. So we'll go like that. Okay. We have NO2 here. That's going to be our electron withdrawing group, right? That's pulling electron density away from the group. Don't mix this up with what we've seen in the previous chapters. I know we just talked about deactivating and activating groups. That has nothing to do with these reactions. So when you see an NO2 group, don't think like crazy crap. Just remember, it's going to be helpful here. So let's now get into the mechanism. Okay, so we start the mechanism with our starting compound and hydroxide. So what's going to happen first? We're going to have nucleophilic attack. Remember, this is nucleophilic substitution. We call this version, this is called addition elimination. We're going to also see elimination addition. We'll see that coming up. So we have this here. It's going to attack the bromine. Alrighty, and then we're going to push pi electrons, and we'll draw this in pink. We're going to push these pi electrons onto this carbon here. So now let's draw this here. We're going to actually get resonance structures, so be prepared. Resonance, woo, we love it. I'll draw this importantly in red so you can see it. We have our NO2 group. That will be important. And we'll draw our bromine, right there, yep. And we're also going to draw in our hydroxide. Okay, now it's deep red. It was orange, now it's red. Okay, so here's where we're going to see those electron withdrawing groups really come in, and we're going to be able to conceptually see why those electron withdrawing groups are such an important factor. So let's draw the resonance forms here. We go here, and we push these electrons here, and we get this resonance structure. And we put a negative charge. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Here, negative charge. NO2, oh my goodness, why? What am I doing? And a negative charge, and we draw in some lone pairs. Holy crap, if only I could draw today. Bromine and our hydroxide. Let me shift the page over here a little bit. So we have this, and then let's now draw the last resonance structure, which is these pi electrons go here, and we get a negative charge here. So we have our bromine and our hydroxide. And we have our NO2 group and these pi electrons. Alrighty, so I'm going to scroll down here to continue. Let's point out, before we get to the final part of the mechanism, let's look at, to explain the electron withdrawing groups, this structure here. So we'll draw in the delocalization of the resonance hybrid. Negative charges are felt, and let me just draw in my substituents quick. Bromine hydroxide, and in the para to those groups, NO2. We feel a partial negative charge here and in the ortho positions. Okay, so you're about to see why those NO2 groups or any electron withdrawing groups is so important. Notice here how we have a partial negative charge. And we have an electron withdrawing group. What does that mean? Well, if we have a negative charge and we're pulling electron density away, that's going to lower that negative charge there. So that's why these electron withdrawing groups are so important, because if we can lower the negative charge, we can increase reactivity by lowering that activation energy of the reaction, so it's more easily able to happen. So getting back to this here, let me just draw in our NO2, right? So this is the first resonance structure that we drew. Remember, that was negative charge here, bromine hydroxide, and then here was NO2. Okay, so what happens here is quite simple. We just get simple elimination. This is why we call it addition elimination. Addition elimination. We added something, then we eliminated to restore aromaticity, and your final product is as such. So moral of addition elimination is just add in a nucleophile, a very strong nucleophile, have a good leaving group, have good electron withdrawing groups to stabilize those negative charges, and you're good to go. You can have this reaction occur. So, and remember, we said that the acid, right, if we have a lot of acid with equilibrium and stuff, that's going to help us neutralize that bromine so it doesn't come back and attack, and our yields are better, and we always like better yields. All right, now let's get on to the reverse, elimination addition. So we're going to do elimination first and then addition. All right, elimination addition. I got to preface you, this is one of the weirdest reactions I've ever covered, and I think I will ever cover on this channel. I apologize for how weird this is going to be. Let's just get started. We have hydroxide and heat, right? We need to have the temperature at about 300 something, just about degrees Celsius. Raise the temperature really high and this reaction will occur. This is really good if we do not have any electron withdrawing groups. You will see here no NO2s. So when we formed the Mesenheimer complex, which was that negative complex where there's those negative charges on the ortho and para positions to that bromine and hydroxide that we saw, right? So the mechanism starts as such. This hydroxide is going to come out and take a proton. Elimination. Oh my God, what is this? This is so cursed. Just a simple elimination reaction kicking out that bromine. Really high temperatures, right? Remember, heat favors elimination. You know, because this is like an acid trip of a molecule, let's draw it like an acid trip. I think that's fitting, right? So we're going to use all the weird colors, like we're just on acid. Let's not even make all the bonds the same color. Let's just make it like hell on earth. Look at this. Look at this cursed thing. This is called benzene. I didn't even know this damn molecule existed. I didn't even think it was possible to put a triple bond on a benzene before I learned this. I was like, oh, I'm going to live life good. I saw this in the chem faculty room, actually. I was in like it's a little lounge that we have in our college. And there's this person put the molecule tribenzene, and I was like, this is so cursed. But it can be done. I mean, look, you can add a triple bond to a benzene. And you can make it, it's called benzene. Oh, what the hell? This world is weird. Okay, let's continue. We have another equivalent of hydroxide. Comes in. He's all happy. He's going to attack that there, and these pi electrons are going to move over, right? Thank God, I was getting a little sick to my stomach looking at these silly reagents. Okay, I'm just not going to even try with all the weird colors anymore. I've given up. Now it's like alien colored. This is kind of... Joker! We have a Joker benzene ring. It's not really benzene yet, because we saw that negative charge, right? And the hydroxide attaches on. Okay, and now, how can we stabilize a negative charge? We protonate it. So water comes in this case. Sorry I didn't list it as a reagent, but it's water. Water comes in. You have hydroxide, you have water. Oh goodness, what am I doing? Okay, let's draw this as yellow, the most worst color to put on a white background. And purple. It's like superheroes everywhere on this screen, guys. Okay, and then we get our final amazing, wonderful product. And I'll draw it with a crown on its head. And I'll give it a big ruby gem in the middle. It's a crown, it's a beautiful molecule, no electron withdrawing groups on it. We have our final wonderful product, phenol, right? So let's just review how we made that quick. We started with bromobenzene, hydroxide, and really high temperatures comes in. It's like, hell nah, we're gonna make the most cursed shit in biology, and that's benzene. Alright, hydroxide's like, I don't really like this. I don't want to play this game. It's like the uncle that molests you. He's like, I don't want to play this game anymore. And he's all sad. He's like, I don't want to play it. I give up. I'm fighting back. Okay, and it puts a negative charge on the carbon. It's like, you deal with it. You deal with it, carbon. I've been traumatized my whole life. I hate this. I probably just pissed off a lot of very nice people. My goodness. Anyways, let's continue. We have a negative charge. Water comes in. It's like, nah, your uncle's going to... This is the police officer. He arrests your uncle. Your uncle's in jail. Your uncle is now sad. You're not sad. And you're here happy because he's in jail because he molested you. What the fuck is this episode become? Oh my God. And you're left with your final product. Get me out of this episode. Ah. Thank you guys for watching. That was what we call addition elimination and elimination addition nucleophilic aromatic substitution reactions. I hope you guys enjoyed. We have one more episode in this chapter, and then I'm going to start making videos for another chapter, and you're going to go on your merry way, and you're going to ace those organic chemistry tests. Do you hear me? I want you to ace those exams. Have a wonderful day, guys.